She wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, All in the wrist, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, car on the wrist. All in the wrist, watch how I flip. Watch how I whip, I'm in the whip. All in the wrist, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They LA they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, flash, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watch both boats. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
To throw is Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On first down, Drake. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Rosen, and the Jags get to him as down he goes. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Third and long here for Rosen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the twist. Good. Here we go.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Foles. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Allen Bailey. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
First down, this is Rawls. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Foles. And he rifles one incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Parker, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the give, this is Drake. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake. 83 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. That's good for 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They give it to Rawls. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Wide, get wide.
From the 39, Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
It's outfield. Hey, it's all right.
.52's the mic right here.
Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Kiko Alonso, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now back to throw. He hits blue. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And connecting here with DJ Shark. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first and goal, Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a very good return. They'll be set up well when we resume action in the second quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. They'll run. This is Blue. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Let's get it.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Dolphins 14.
And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
What do you got?
on second down. It's Drake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now it's Rosen. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Rosen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz cloud and you still cover the screen, now that allows the blitzers to get there.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Past the 20, Devontae Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker. 45 yards, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
At their 48-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run on second down with Blue. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll hand to Rawls. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On the left side, this is Stills. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 22-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Situation, let's go.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tempo.
You don't want none of that. Come here. Pick up the ball.
They're going to look to throw. Incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguar first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check it back.
12.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Great. 13.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to Lee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On first down, it's Grant. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Foles. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll toss it here to Blue. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Switch up.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go, D. Watch out.
Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Foles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alan Bailey able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
180, 44. Come on, D!
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 23-yard line.
180. Mike Bobo. Bring it.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Rosen on first down. And Stills over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Win championships, baby. Monday.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And some space here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A running play for Rawls. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And able to find Conley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Pryor has it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Contains it to Terrell Pryor. A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. On the give, this is Blue. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now, because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Check 53. Come to my work. We want.
Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run here with Blanche. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami.
On the set. Mike 20. I'm coming for you, son.
Minshew, first and 10. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
To throw again on second down. Minshew, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Minshew throwing on third down. And finding Keelan Cole. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Flushed out right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
What we got, five.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they takeover.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Fitzpatrick looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nick O'Leary, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Now Minshew on first and 10. Out to Cole on the right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Complete to Corey Grant. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. This quarterback now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. First and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. Get ready. Get ready. 25-yard line.
40. Mike, 44. Tighten up. Kill. Pull together. Hey.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
boy. I got you, boy.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Fitzpatrick going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson with time running out, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the fourth quarter. And it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my best.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind? Gentlemen.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the